What's up, guys? This is Corey. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Tonight I'm going to be talking about a Best Picture nominated film that came out in 1933, and that film is She Done Him Wrong. Directed by Lowell Sherman and starring Mae West and Cary Grant, this film is a groundbreaking film in the sense that it changed movie history, and I'll get into that just a little bit later into the review. So, what is this film about? I mean, I'm sure you've never heard of it. This film is about Mae West, and she's a nightclub singer who her boss is kind of a crook in a sense. You know, he gives her diamonds for all of her performances and everything, and it turns out that he is doing illegal activities to get these diamonds, and you know, all the while she has more male friends than most would assume. You know, she is a very loose woman, if you get what I'm saying there. I'm not trying to say that she's a prostitute, because she's not, but she is, you know, a very open about being in relationships that are, you know, non-marital and everything. And you know, at the time it was a very unacceptable thing. You know, it was frowned upon back then. And all the while, you know, she has this male friend of hers who's in prison, who was thrown in prison for robbing someone, and you know, he believes that Mae West is his girl, and that she should stay true to him outside of prison. And so, you know, to kind of set everything straight, she goes to the prison and, you know, says, you know, I haven't been seeing anyone, when in reality she has. And, you know, that kind of eases him a little bit, but he's still very suspicious of it. So eventually he breaks out of prison and goes to get her. And from there, I mean, more or less chaos ensues. I mean, I don't want to give away the ending, but you know, this was a very good movie. It's, like I said earlier, it's a very groundbreaking film, and the reason why it is because this film was one of the main reasons why the National Legion of Decency was enacted for older films, you know, films from the 30s to the 40s, I think even to the 50s. This Legion was around. And, you know, the Legion's job was to make sure that films didn't depict, you know, lewd or crass material. And that included smoking, drinking, you know, women, especially women drinking and women smoking, you know, sexual innuendos, prostitution, you know, stuff like that. It just, you know, there's about 12, 13 things that were forbidden in films between 1933 to about the 50s. Possibly the 60s. I'm not entirely sure when it exactly ended. But because this film was a little bit on the crude side, I guess, considering that Mae West was a very loose woman in a sense. You know, this film helped launch that Legion to take place, and, you know, in a way, it changed film. Another thing I want to add is that this film was based on a play titled Diamond Lil, which Mae West had performed in, and, you know, up to the 50s, she reprised the role. That the show had several showings in Broadway, and that's what this film is based on. This film also has a very memorable quote that landed the number 26 spot in AFI's Top 100 Greatest Movie Quotes of All Time. That quote being, "Why don't you come up sometime and see me?" Mae West says this to Cary Grant because she wants him to, you know, come up and, I'm assuming, have sex with him. But honestly, guys, this was a really good movie. It's actually the shortest film to be nominated for Best Picture, running time-wise. This film goes about 64 minutes long, and, honestly, it uses the 64 minutes very well. I mean, there's not a dull moment there. It's just perfectly paced, very engaging story and everything. And honestly, it's just very well made. The film was nominated for one Oscar, and that was just for Best Picture. It did not win. It lost to Cavalcade, which won Best Picture in 1933. But anyway, guys, again, this was a really good movie. I highly recommend that you check it out. It isn't very long, obviously, and it's just a really engaging film. And I also want to add that if you do watch this movie, be sure to check out a short animated film that came out in the 30s titled She Done Him Right, which was it wasn't Disney. It was made by Universal, but a lot of the animation stylings reminded me of Disney, and so I forgot the character's name. It was a dog of some kind, but the animated little film that they parodied of this movie was very well done, and it was very funny too. It definitely did a great job at capturing a lot of the big moments from this film, and kind of putting a comedic twist to it. So watch this film, She Done Him Wrong, and then check out the animated short, She Done Him Right. So I'm going to give She Done Him Wrong an 8.7 out of 10. So tell me, guys, have you seen She Done Him Wrong? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What'd you think of Mae West's performance, Cary Grant's performance? What'd you think of the story? Comment below, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this review, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And as always, I'm Corey, and I will see you guys in the next one.